Hey everybody. Just wanted to hop on here because first of all, I want to say thank you all so much for reaching out. I really appreciate all of the kind messages, the very personalized one-off messages, comments, phone calls, etc. And please don't take it personally that today I did not really respond to that much other than clicking a like or a love. I spent the past 2 days just being really overwhelmed with everything and just needing to freaking cry. And today I just wanted to go back to work. I wanted to just try to get some work done. But then also there was the issue of trying to process some of this and then also taking some action. So it was a little bit challenging. So I apologize for being so brief with most of you. This is just a little bit easier right now with managing it. So where I am in the process, thank you guys for recommendations, referrals, thoughts, things like that. And so where I am with this is that, as I said previously, Monday I'm going to my integrative medicine doctor. Wednesday is when I have the appointment set up with the local cancer treatment team, and I have decided that I'm going to get a second opinion. And I'm going to most likely be looking at Baptist. It's kind of realistic for being able to coordinate care with my integrative doctor because he is in Winston-Salem. That would probably just, for my sanity, be a little bit more, on par or whatever. So anyway, I did get some more results today. As I said, thank you guys so much. You guys are so kind. And I know that I really appreciate what do you need at this point, guys? Like, I just, prayers and just, I don't even know completely on the prayers, like clarity, finding the right surgeons, finding the right team, finding the answers. So I don't know what I don't know yet. No, I do not know what stage it is. So that's like, I know that's such the biggie, but that's just not in the report yet. I did see that it is estrogen receptor positive, progesterone receptor negative, HER2 negative, and then something popped up with this Ki-67 that I'm looking into and trying to understand that. That's a little bit intimidating with the reports that I'm reading on that because it looks like it's slightly controversial. I think that basically does determine eligibility for certain types of more aggressive therapy. So there's a Ki-67 number in there. And I think it has to do with like luminal A, luminal B. I don't understand that yet. This is where it's bad that I read clinical trials because I know enough, but not enough. So there's definitely a lot of things that I don't completely understand as I'm reading it. So I'm still learning. So like I said, got some more results on that. I got the basic plan. I think I did put a phone call in today to Wake Forest Baptist at the recommendation of we're actually really lucky because the liaison that we have through the foreign exchange student program is actually a local doctor, and so I had asked her for some to reach out to a couple of people and get some help with that. So I do have a request in for my record to be reviewed by an oncologist at Baptist and to try to get in there. But also I kind of wanted to address like probably one of the most common reactions that I'm getting to this. So I am so grateful for all of you guys with the support and all that. And, and if you've been following me for a while, I've been really transparent with a lot of the struggles, the things that I've been through and the journey, but also I haven't been as transparent, especially in the last couple of years. And so I think that, we've got to address the elephant in the room as far as what our concept is of healthy, what that looks like, and what that means, and what that feels like. Yes, I've shared my journey as far as, I've struggled with my weight over the years. I've struggled with the examples that I've had. I was raised with, not the best role models. I raised myself on budget gourmets. That's when you're, a kid staying home alone at night and you don't know what you're doing. You just microwave stuff. And so it took a lot of work to get out of those habits. It took a lot of deliberate effort. But part of the problem is that we have got to be real with what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And it's not that everybody needs to be model thin. God knows I'm not, and I'm not expecting that of anybody. But these last couple of years with the lockdowns, with, people not going to the gym, with people just getting okay with sedentary lifestyle. And I include myself in this, people. Like, I'm not standing here judging or, but I think we have to address like some of the bad habits we've all gotten into. Now that I work from home, I'm grateful to work from home, but it's sad when I look at like my steps for the day. I had to absolutely get a pedometer again, like after mine broke. And I was looking at it, I was getting like 2,500 steps a day some days, and then wondering why I had gained in the last couple of years 20 pounds. And, it was easy to say, okay, it's menopause. Yes, at 45, I went through early menopause. It's genetic, it happens in my family. Thyroid issues, that definitely showed up. But guys, for me to, I didn't want to admit, okay, it's also like I'm sitting on my butt more. I'm not getting in the steps that I need. I'm not getting the high intensity interval training. And as we hit menopause, as we get older, not just women, but men, our muscles start to atrophy, and it's really important. And so at the same time that we're having lockdowns, that we're getting really good at getting sedentary and not being as proactive with our health, was when my hormones changed. So, this wonderful poop storm of, of those issues. And so in the last, 3 years or so, I've put on about 20 pounds. I'm down about 4 pounds. I'm working on it. And yes, I've shared some of the updates with getting back to cooking, but I've shared that because I got out of that habit. Years ago, I found this wonderful, company that had the intermittent fasting, that had these wonderful protein shakes, and they totally transformed my body. They made it so much easier than what I was doing, which was constantly cooking and constantly living in the kitchen. But things change, and you can't always depend on that. And our body and nutritional needs change, and the formula for those products changed. And so I stopped using it because it was not getting me the same result. But when I stopped using it, I was still wanting those faster those faster options and the more convenient options, and not wanting to put the same time and effort that I previously had been into cooking. And so, when we look at what's normal, what's average, I mean, Americans, we're more overweight than most countries. We're much more sedentary. And rather than acknowledging the visceral fat, the fat around our abdomens, we try to make everybody feel better about it because, oh, it's awful if you fat shame. No, you need to love people enough to be honest. And we need to love ourselves enough to look in the mirror and be honest as well. And where I put on weight, that's in, where my family puts on weight, it's in the abdomen. Those are our critical organs when you look at overall health. So, I know that in some way God is using me, and I feel like there's probably many ways that there's reasons why I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and there's many ways that he wants to use me, lessons for me to learn, lessons for those around me to learn. But we have to be realistic with what is healthy, because one of the biggest things I keep hearing from people is, you're one of the healthiest people I know. If I'm one of the healthiest people you know, then like either you don't know my habits the last couple of years, which you probably don't. I haven't been sharing them. I haven't wanted to be proud and share like I've made bad choices. I've eaten my emotions. I've eaten the crap out of some sugar. And so my clothes don't fit as well as they should. I haven't been as active. And I can sit around and I can say, oh, there's this, there's that, or I can get off my butt and do something about it. And I think that maybe, that's one of those things is that maybe I'm supposed to be a voice of reason, of helping other people to recognize that what we have said is okay, and what we have, come to accept as normal, just because it's normal, just because other people are doing it, look like that, it doesn't make it healthy. And if we look at our society the last couple of years, if we look at how much, we've all gained weight, like, what can we do differently? How can we use this as a wake-up call? Because I know that I'm not the only person that or that you're friends with or that you're related to who's, had some sort of a health scare, who's been diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer, or, somebody else with cardiovascular disease. I'm not the only person. But the question is, like, what is it going to take for us to wake up? And, clearly I needed a big old whack on the head for me to recognize some of those habits. I'm meeting with my integrative doctor on Monday and, doing my research in the meantime. He recommended that I read a certain book. So I'm reading that. That's where a lot of his protocol came from. It's in my stories. I didn't write it down, and I can't get out of this to actually pull it up. But it's been utilized in, it started out as, one study, a person studying herself, and then it's actually being utilized in different international protocol, different cancer treatment centers, and seeing good results. So I'm excited to be able to meet with my doctor on Monday and be able to learn more about this and talk to him about it. It's going to take some work. But the thing is, like, that's what we have to accept. Like, that's drive-through answers are not what's going to fix our health. It's not going to fix it's not going to fix anything. And that's not what anybody wants to hear. And we can't go all out in every single area of our lives. We have to choose what we're going to put our time and our effort into, and our finances. If you look at somebody's checkbook, you can see what's most important to them. So we've got some changes to make. So I appreciate the compliments, but But the reality is, like, I can look in the mirror, I can look in my closet, I can look at my health scores, I can look at the things, and quite honestly, I've known for a couple of months that something has been off. I have felt like I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate. Like, I've been searching for answers, and the answer is that I've made some crappy choices. Um, Sugar definitely feeds inflammation. So that's my accountability post. That there are things that I need to make to change, and change that I need to make to be healthier. And so if I can inspire one other person to recognize that, to love yourself enough, to love your children, your family enough, to make those changes, then I will be happy. Because that's what I want to do. So again, thank you guys all so much for all of your support, your effort. I think today's the first day I haven't cried. Up and close. I am now. But thank you guys. Please understand that me not getting back to you is just because I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to get some work done. I'm trying to stay focused. And I appreciate the offers, and I promise you I am going to say yes to offers for help. Right now, I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know what I need help for yet. I'm capable of doing a lot. I'm slightly overwhelmed. But I'm not on my butt. Do I think that probably at some point this is going to knock me on my butt and I'm going to need the help? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's when I'm going to ask for it. But I really appreciate all the small offers of, hey, look, if you need help with getting the kids to school, or getting them to activities, those are the little things that I know I'm going to need help with. If I turn you down for meal train, please understand that's because two of us in this house have celiac, and that's having a reaction to food is because it's honestly hard for me to trust people who aren't used to understanding cross-contamination stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. I don't know what I don't know. I appreciate those of you who have offered to connect me with people. I promise I'm reaching out to some of these people, and I'm trying to do some of this research. So thank you. I appreciate you, and just ask God how He can use you today, and be open to what that means. Thank you.